Hi guys, so this is my first trade on ICICIbank today. So Nifty was bullish, but I'm doing a short trade. So I'll be explaining the whole concept of this trade and everything on the end of the video. So do watch the video fully to know whole concept. Why did I make this trade and all? So I just made a short entry trade on ICICIbank. I just shorted it below the first candle at 920 and after 920th candle. So that is my entry point. So obviously I do a multi time frame analysis before making entry. So that will be the it. But before doing a multi time frame analysis, there's some I'll be looking into the previous day level, because while you're doing on intraday, that is the most important part. If the previous day level supports your point of view, then I make a trade based on that. So if you even this is another thing, for if you're looking too much into a chart, that gives you a lot of confusion, or you'll be missing out your trade. You need to be really quick on it, like based on previous day level, or you wanna get into the levels based on like a longer time frame. So all depends upon you. So this is kind of a good trade. I'm expecting a good drop, but the point is like the stop loss is little bit wider, but I had no option. That is the only entry point I could make. I seem like it won't give me a pullback, and that is the main thing. So my stop loss is around 1%. That is like I don't usually take these kind of trades like with a 1%, but I'm pretty much sure that this stop is gonna get dropped out. So I just want to keep my stop loss where I draw this line, which is the trend line above the opening price. But I feel like maybe that would be a unnecessary stop loss to keep out, because if I keep a too tight stop loss, that will be taking or triggering my stop loss, and then it goes to the target. So I'll take this risk, which is 1%. That's what I'm planning. This is like a 0.6, but that's the reason I said I don't want to take it. So I'll take this risk, which is 1%. And for definitely I always go for a 1:2 risk reward ratio, because I'm really sure about this trade, like it's gonna give me a good profit. So I'm gonna take a chance on this, like for 2% of profit. I'll be waiting patiently for 2%. So obviously instead of 0.5%, what I'll be doing, I'll be just booking my profit at 1% on this one, because it will be giving a steep drop. But I'm just waiting a good volume to get kicked in. Once the volume is gonna get kicked in, I'm expecting a 2% profit. So let's see, two level of profit booking, which is 1%, and another is on 2%. That will be my like a trailing stop loss and splitting my positions. So yeah, let's see what happens. Guys, as you guys can see that ICICI is still dropping, and the green line over here, which is this one, is the 1% of my profit. So I booked a half of my quantities over here, and definitely I'm looking for another half at a 2%. So that is my target. As you guys know that this was a pretty wide trade, like a wide stop loss. I don't usually trade like this, but I was pretty much confident that this trade is going to definitely drop, but I don't want to keep my stop loss too tight. That was the main reason I just kept it around nearly 1%. So yeah, let's see. Now I am at the cost to cost. I'm not going to make any losses. I already booked my half of my profits over here. So yeah, let's see for the next drop to the 2%. The stock is keep dropping. It's close to my 2% level, but I'm still worried about whether it's gonna have a rejection from this point, because a small retracement or a small pullback has to come. But so I'll wait for another wait for this candle to close, or I'll be booking my profits, because it just came close to 2%, which is an amazing profit. So I just wanna don't waste this entry. So let's see. So finally it came to my 2% of target, which I was expecting, and it took a while, because as I said before, it was a retracement, but it's a kind of take all of your emotions while you're making a trend. Came just close to your 2% and just went like a retracement. So yeah, I was thinking to book my profits by the time the candle went up, so I just never bothered. I was waiting for another drop, but it took a while, and it was worth my time, and it was a good trade as far as I say. Like it took a while, but still it's fine. I got my 2%, which is pretty much good. amount of profit when if you are using leverages. So I made two trades today. One is on Reliance and one is on ICICI Bank. Reliance I made like around 0.7 percentage of profit because I had to book it at that point. Do watch the previous video. So in this one I booked a clean 2% because my stop loss was a little bit wider. That was the reason. So wait for the another part of the video because I will be explaining the whole concept. Why did I make this trade? So thank you. So I'm here to explain the whole concept behind the trade which I took it on ICICIbank today, which was a short trade. So you guys already watched the video. Let me give a short intro on this one. Let me mark the levels, the short position. I think I took my entry around this particular point, I guess, with a stop loss of 1%. So this was my stop loss. So let me get this one straight. Okay. So this was my trade. I made my entry just below this first candle. This was my entry point. So that was the reason. First thing first, as you guys can see, this was the high made from previous day. I hope you guys are already familiar with our golden strategy and all on based on previous day high part and low part. So that was another thing. I combined everything. So I have a 10-day moving average. I usually use a 10-day moving average to support my point of view. So what I did was once I see a clear rejection from this point, I just shorted ICICIbank just below the day's first candle on a 5-minute time frame. So I went to a multi-time frame analysis as usual. Just take a multi-time frame analysis and just mark my levels, like whichever levels seem to be supportive. That's another thing. So on 5-minute time frame, as you can see, I see a clear rejection from yesterday's swing high part, like yesterday's high part. So then I shorted it below the candles, and I was expecting a profit of 1%, but uh, my stop loss was little bit wide. I don't usually keep this much big stop loss, which is 1%, because it seemed to be really high compared to my risk reward ratio. But I was kind of a really like a really comfortable with this trade because I was expecting this drop. That was another reason I was ready to make a risk of 1%. So I was supposed to keep my stop loss on a day's high with a buffer. That's why it came to 1%. Now what happens is the stock has been dropped and it found a resistance over here, not resistance, it found a support over here, because yesterday's low part it acted as and it got rejected. So what I did, I just trailed my stop loss into like around this part. So I reduced my stop loss to 0.65 because it's already had a given a momentum from 79 to 77, so it's like a close to 0.5%. So it was a pretty good move, but what I did, I just reduced my risk from that point to I just kept the stop loss above the opening price. That's the second thing. So third stuff, what I did, I was waiting this particular stock to drop, and finally it started dropping at 940, and it broke the level of support and it just started dropping. As I said, 1% was my target for booking half of my quantities, but what I did, I just went all the way to 2%. So 2% of profit is something I was looking into this level. You see that there was a support level over here. So that is the reason I wanna ride this trend, because I was risking 1%, at least I have to look for 2%, right? So I was willing to ride this trend by booking half of the profits, even though if it's going against the trend, it's okay, still I'll be in profits. So it came here, I booked my profit at 474 level, which was half of the quantities. Then what I did was I just trailed my stop loss to the cost to cost. So I was like on the safer side of the trade, even though if it reverses and hit my stop loss, which is the trailing stop loss on cost to cost, there's nothing more to lose because I already booked my half of my profit and I'll be happy with it. But as I said, the 10 days moving average was really helping me out and acting as a resistance. It worked out fine for me. and the stock dropped and came all the way to 1.7, like 1.76, 1.8%. It came only 0.2% was left. But what I did, I didn't book my profits. So I was waiting for 2%, but what happened, the stock reversed. But it wasn't kind of a really reversal part, it was a retracement part, because I'll be doing a videos on these concepts like retracement, reversal and all. So do watch the video, watch those videos, so that will be make you more comfortable while you're making your trades and all. So what I did, I just waited for my the EMA to drop, which was the EMLM to come all the way down, and it was a retracement. If it was a reversal, it would be in a huge candle, and I would have been stopped out. So I just waited over here. It was kind of a took a really good patience, because I thought I was thinking like several times I should have booked it over here, because emotion just kicks in all the time, right? So what it did, it just rejected from this EMA level, and it just started dropping. And around 10:45, the stock just went past the 2%, and it already gave me a good target of my as I expected. So it was a kind of a pretty long trade, because I shorted this particular stock around the opening time, right? 9:20. I took like a 9:45, so it's like almost 1.5 hour of trade, but still worth my time. That's what I think, because 2% of profit on a 1.5 hour time frame is like a good profit. So that will be it. I done with two trades, and the total return is 2.5 2.7%, and that will be it. I'm done my trade before 11 o'clock. I'll be taking my rest of the day off. So yeah, that's it. Two trades a day, and and again I'll be doing videos on all the concept which I'm following, like what is the two trade rules, and how to do your position sizing, how to take your maximum. Even though if you are losing for two straight rows, still you'll be on profit. So I'll be sharing those techniques on coming days, because I'm kind of a busy right now. So I'll be doing videos on these stuff. I hope it will be helpful for you guys. Then look onto the journal, always keep a journal, because the making videos, right? So the live trade videos, the which made me do, right? So when I'm trading, I started recording it just for my reference, like I was keeping my own journal. Even though if it's a losing trade, I just want to get back to the same video and watch it out. That's how I got started, and now I started posting it, so keep a journal. If you're making a trade, record it. If you're making a losing trade, watch the video again and again, and figure out why did you make your losses. Those kind of stuff will be helpful. So that will be it. I'm just ending the video. I just doesn't want to make this video too long. So thank you for watching, and see you on next video on tomorrow.